The following diagram shows the sequence of events in early cell division. Study the diagram and answer the question 11. In which of the following cells is this division likely to take place? Sorry for the poor quality of this diagram. This is showing you a type of cell division known as meiosis. Meiosis leads to production of gametes, sperm cells, egg cells. And if you look at the options, the only gamete here is option A. How do I know that this is meiosis? If you look at the diagram, you see that chromosomes are separating at the anaphase stage. Chromosomes are separating at the anaphase stage. First of all, you see chromosomes here at the equator, at the center of the cell, at the metaphase stage, and then the chromosomes separate at the anaphase stage. It is in meiosis that chromosomes separate at the anaphase stage. In the other type of cell division that leads to production of somatic cells, like you have in B, C, D, chromatis, that's half of a chromosome, separates the anaphase stage. But here it is chromosomes that are separating at the anaphase stage. So this happens in meiosis, and it leads to production of sperm cells. So the correct option here is A. A plant that commonly undergoes vegetative propagation by means of leaves is, the correct option here is B, bryophyllum. Bryophyllum. It can reproduce asexually by using the leaves. So you can see the leaves. The leaves have buds, buds, and small plants can start growing out from the buds at the leaf margins. So you can see the smaller plants growing out from the leaf. The plants have roots, stem, and small leaves. So if this leaf falls off and these small plants come in contact with the soil, they start growing to form the full bryophyllum. So the plant bryophyllum can be propagated using the leaves. So the correct option here is B. The diagram above illustrates a part of the mammalian skeleton. Use it to answer questions 13 and 14. Question 13. The part of the mammalian skeleton illustrated in the diagram is the correct option here is C, cervical vertebra. When you look at the cervical vertebra, you see two holes. Can you see these two holes? Two small holes. They are known as vertebral canals. That's a distinguishing feature of cervical vertebra. These small holes, vertebral canals, is for passage of blood vessels. And remember, this cervical vertebra is found in the neck region. So this is neural canal, and of course they have a short neural spine. And then you have the cervical ribs, the flat transverse processes. So these two holes, vertebral canals, is a unique feature of cervical vertebra. The function of the part labeled I is to, this is I, this is the neural canal, is to provide support to the spinal cord. It provides support and protects the spinal cord. So the correct option here is A. Blood pressure is higher in the arteries as a result of contraction and relaxation. The correct option here is B. The artery has very thick muscular wall. Okay, and as blood is passing through it, it contracts and relaxes. Okay, that's how you get pulse in the artery. So the correct option here is B. A farmer who wants to keep the seed for 3 years before planting and want to prevent them from sprouting uses, the correct option here is C, abscissine. Plants produce hormones, and some of these hormones promote growth while the others inhibit growth. If the farmer wants to prevent sprouting, he has to use a growth inhibitor, and the growth inhibitor involved is abscisic acid or abscissine. So the correct option here is C. A person had an accident that affected the skull but not the nose, and later lost the sense of smell. The accident must have affected the olfactory lobes of the brain. The olfactory lobes of the brain. Of course, you can see the olfactory lobe or the olfactory bulb just under the cerebrum at the anterior part of the cerebrum. That is what interprets the sense of smell. The olfactory lobe or olfactory bulb is affected by an accident, one can lose that sense of smell. So the correct option here is B. Ability of the human eye to focus images accurately on the retina is called, the correct option here is the accommodation. The ability of the human eye to focus images accurately on the retina is called accommodation. Of course, for us to see far and near objects, for the eye to focus on far and near objects, the ciliary muscle has to adjust the shape of the lens. It is called accommodation. It can make the lens thinner, okay, or make it thicker or shorter. Okay, if you are looking at a distant object, the ciliary muscle relaxes and makes the lens thinner, so you see a far object. But to see a near object, the ciliary muscle contracts to make the lens shorter. So the correct option here is D. Which of the following characteristic features is not associated with monocotyledons? The correct option here is A. Monocots don't have well differentiated sepals and petals. It's actually noisy here now. So if they have petals or sepals at all, they are not well differentiated. So the correct option here is A. The main difference between a seed and a fruit is that a fruit has two scars, while a seed has one. When you look at a fruit, like look at this tomato fruit, there will always be a scar where the fruit stalk is removed from, and then there is another scar from where the style is removed from. Of course, you know a fruit is a mature ovary, and if you look at the ovary of a flower, is attached to the flower stalk and is also attached to the style. So when the ovary matures to form a fruit, the fruit stalk, when it's removed, will leave a scar. The style, when it's removed, of course, before the fruit is formed, the style we have to wither away and it will leave a scar. So you have two scars on a fruit, but you have only one in a seed, okay, where the seed attaches to the fruit. Of course, you know, when you look at a flower too, in the ovary, you have ovules, and it is the ovule that forms the seed. And these ovules are attached to the ovary at their placenta, okay? So they will form a scar at that position. So a seed has only one scar, while a fruit has two. So the correct option here is B. Sorry for the noise. It's raining here. I hope you're able to hear all I say. Please click on the subscription button for more videos. Thank you.